but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Off play action, Fowler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Fowler throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murphy finding room at midfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Up the middle they go. Butler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Right side complete to Butler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. He finds his man, complete. It's Gallagher. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 2nd down now. It's Butler. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On 1st and 10, Aiken. He finds his man, complete. It's Brock. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Aiken got his man complete over the middle. That's Brock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And Charles, ho-hum, another year, another Super Bowl appearance for this head coach. He already holds the all-time record for most Super Bowl titles, and now here he is trying to bring home yet another.
And this guy's thirst for victory, absolutely unquenchable. Every year we think, okay, that's enough. He's going to go ahead and retire and move on and give someone else a chance. But no, he keeps winning, and you keep playing, and you keep adding to your Super Bowl titles. Go ahead, give someone else a shot. Teach them how to play the game a little bit better so maybe they can win a Super Bowl too.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Aiken. That's into the hands of Cobbs, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that one caught by Cobbs over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Aiken. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out. We get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And a
really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Fowler. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gallagher. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Aiken. He's going to find Cobbs here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
These two teams all tied after one. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brock. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aiken. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fowler. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a give, right side. Butler. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. To throw on second down. Fowler. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Butler down to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down. Aiken, and that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Cobbs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Off-play action. Aiken. Open man is Cobbs. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete. On 4th down, Aiken. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out.
And the Texans continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fowler. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
But it certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A beautiful fake.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aiken. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw. Aiken. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Brock.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Aiken. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, Aiken. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Off the play fake, Fowler. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down, it's Butler, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler, and he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 39. On 3rd down, it's Butler. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Butler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On second down now, it's Butler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Aiken. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Operating from the gun, Aiken. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw on 3rd down, Aiken. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brock.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
They'll look to throw again. He fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. To throw on second down, Fowler.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Butler. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Butler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fowler. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there.
But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, this Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Butler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On third down, Fowler. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing the second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Aiken. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hodges.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Almost time for the final act of this NFL season as we are now through 3 quarters in the Super Bowl.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. Throwing on 1st down. Aiken. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Throwing after the interception, Fowler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fowler. Over the middle, complete. It's Gallagher. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Fowler. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Past the 20. 5, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Fowler. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. To throw on 2nd down. Fowler. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gallagher. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10. Fowler. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Looking to throw on second down. Fowler. He finds his man. Complete. It's Murphy. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Fowler.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
John Franklin Myers collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more
under pressure, and they got to him again.
John Franklin Myers, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Fowler. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd down, it's Butler.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw on 3rd down, Aiken. He finds his man, complete. It's Ballard.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. Time for this one final knee. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.